All right, let's get started. We are now live on YouTube. This is our default judgment docket for March the 2nd. I have several of you that are logged on online, several that are here in person. Let me get with a gentleman by the name of Sergio. Sergio, you're online, you're on mute. Can you unmute yourself? Please identify yourself.
My name is Sergio Nunez.
Sergio Nunez, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
All right, Sergio Nunez is number 35, CL 174464H, Capital One Bank USA versus Sergio Nunez. Mr. Kettler, are you here on this case?
Good afternoon, Judge. Yes, I am.
Mr. Nunez, are you represented by an attorney, sir?
No.
All right. And have you had enough time, or have you ever been contacted by Capital One Bank USA in reference to this, what I suspect is a debt collection?
Well, no, because I actually have 2 cards with them right now that I'm actually paying. So I don't know if it's like my last, I don't spell my name with 2 Z's. So I don't know if it's correct or what, because I do have cards with them right now.
And you're currently paying them?
Yeah, I have 2 with Capital One.
All right. Mr. Kettler, do you have any information on what the debt is and any information about the amount that you can maybe share with Mr. Nunez?
Judge, to the best of my knowledge, I haven't been informed of a settlement on this case post-suit. This is for a Capital One credit card. Capital One is the original creditor, so the account is not a third-party debt buyer or anything like that. What I could possibly do, Judge, is provide a contact point with the principal firm that could maybe assist Mr. Nunez in this particular case, see if they can answer any questions for him. If for some reason this is settled and I just haven't been made aware of it, then to be able to finalize settlement documents. If not, then to make sure that everybody's on the same page and see about possibly resolving this out of court.
All right, let me go ahead and have you share that information with Mr. Nunez, and I'm assuming that that's going to be the same information for most of the individuals that are present here today.
Yes, sir.
All right, so if anyone is watching online, please jot down this number that Mr. Kettler is about to give. Go ahead.
Mr. Nunez, Your Honor, the number is going to be 262-796-7890. And that contact point is Texas Attorney Megan Hale.
All right, court is going to go ahead and take your presence here today, Mr. Nunez, as a general appearance. There was no answer on file, but you are here today, so the court's going to go ahead and not take out the default judgment against you. I am going to reset this case for May the 4th at 9:30. Allow you the opportunity to review the facts with Megan Hale at the number that was provided to you by Mr. Kettler. I am also going to place you in a breakout room right now with one of my coordinators so that she can get your phone number and your email so that we can give you notice of the hearing on May the 4th, okay? Hang tight.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to put you in a breakout room. Please share that information with her so that you can be given notice of the next hearing. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Please accept the invitation, and we will move on to the next case. I have is it Anel Ibarra? All right, Ms. Ibarra, can you unmute yourself? You're still on mute.
¿Me escuchan?
Sí, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Su nombre, por favor.
Anel Carolina Ibarra García.
Thank you.
All right. Y tiene la numeración de su caso, por favor.
Sí, permítame. Bueno, es el de mi esposo. Es CL 210617H.
¿Cómo se llama su esposo?
Albertano García.
It's 14, Judge.
14.
It's your husband's case.
Okay. Where's your husband's?
¿Dónde está su esposo, ma'am?
Él está trabajando en las torres, en los pozos, y no tiene oportunidad de conectarse, tiene muy mala señal. Yo
He's
estoy
wor-
fuera de la ciudad también.
He's working up in the towers, and he has bad reception over there, and I am also out of town.
Have you, your husband, to your knowledge, had any contact with any representative from Synchrony Bank?
¿Sabe usted si su esposo ha tenido comunicación con un representante de Synchrony Bank?
Creo que una vez sí tuvo comunicación con él, pero ya la verdad no supimos cómo iban a ser los pagos, pero sí queremos arreglar, vaya.
I believe sometime back he did have some communication with somebody, but then afterwards we didn't hear anything as far as how the payments were going to be.
Okay, ma'am, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and have Mr. Kettler give you some information to write down with respect to the number and name of an attorney the court is going to ask that you communicate with and see if something can get worked out.
A ese momento el abogado Kettler va a dar una información que necesito que usted apunte, para ver si se pueden comunicar con ellos, para ver si se puede llegar a un acuerdo.
Ok, denme un segundito, por favor, que me traiga una pluma.
Okay, one second, please. Let me just get a pen.
¿Sí?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Kettler, can you give that information again, please?
First, 262
You can say it.
796 7890. Este es el número de Megan Hale con Rausch Sturm.
Okay. 262-796-7890.
Perfecto.
Ok. Yo me comunico entonces con ellos.
I'll get in contact with them.
Yes, I'm going to reset your case for May 4th, 2022 at 9:30.
Le vamos a poner una nueva audiencia para el 4 de mayo
Ujú.
a las 9:30 de la mañana
For status at 9:30.
para ver el estado del caso a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Ok, muy bien.
Okay.
Right.
very good.
I am going to, at this time, put you in a breakout room with one of my coordinators so that you can go ahead and exchange information on emails so that you can get notice for that next hearing, okay?
They have her information already. She called earlier, Judge.
Oh, we do? Okay, perfect. Okay, then you're excused.
Okay. Ya se puede retirar, Ms. Ibarra.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Let's see, Jahir or Jay Hair? Jaher?
Sí, Yair
Jair. Jair. Su nombre, por favor.
Rivera.
It's 45.
All right, this is CR 184925H. Security Credit Services LLC, Asania Tempo LLC, Sleep King versus Jair Rivera. Is this one of your cases, Mr. Kettler?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Rivera, are you represented by counsel?
Señor Rivera, ¿lo está representando un abogado?
No, bueno, lo que pasa es que yo cada 2 años me mandan una situación así. Ya de hecho levanté reportes de policía, que no soy yo la persona. Yo no estuve en Mississippi y cambié todo de mi crédito porque me aparecía en el crédito.
Permítame.
Sí.
Es que tengo que traducir todo, sir.
Okay.
No, and in fact, every 2 years, I'm getting correspondence. And in fact, I've already made police reports saying that this is not me. I am not that person. I've never been in Mississippi. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Are you claiming, what kind of a credit are we talking about here, Mr. Keller? Do you have that information?
Yes, Judge. This is with the underlying contract. More specifically, this is tied to a consumer lease agreement.
All right. So this is a lease agreement for a piece of property in Mississippi? Or is this a piece of property? Where is the property located?
And Judge, without getting too much into the facts, and to be honest with you, Judge, I don't have complete information from the client here on it, but at least as far as what I'm showing, this is just a consumer lease agreement that had been subsequently charged off. I'm looking for that information and I cannot identify it. But one thing that I could do is I could forward Mr. Rivera's dispute over to the principal firm for them to review and see if they can answer any concerns that he might have.
Okay, so this looks like is it like a mattress company that this person may have acquired maybe a mattress from them and then stop making payments, or I just want to give him an idea. He's saying he's never been to Mississippi, but the company may be in Mississippi and maybe he received some goods in Texas, and that may be where the confusion lies.
Sure, and this should be included as part of the documentation, but the original store name that should be part of that underlying account is Sleep King.
Right. That's what leads me to believe that it might be a mattress company.
And Judge, that might be part of that original leasing agreement, is the leasing on the furniture.
Okay, so maybe a bed set or something.
Possibly so, Judge.
All right, Mr. Jair, did you ever rent any maybe furniture from a company that this may be the result of?
Señor Jair, ¿usted nunca sacó muebles que haga así por renta?
No, nunca.
No, never.
Y mi nombre también está mal escrito. Me pusieron doble R, mi nombre nada más es con una R.
And my name is also misspelled. They put a double R and it's only with one R.
Okay. This case has been pending for 1,267 days, so it's been pending for quite a long time. What recommendation do you have, Mr. Kettler?
Well, Judge, if Mr. Rivera is disputing the account and there is some sort of possible fraud allegation going here, then that's something that Security Credit Services should definitely be looking into. But I get that this is a very old case on your docket. If we could request a status conference setting, then that should give the principal firm, Roush, enough time to review the dispute, the potential fraud allegation, provide Mr. Rivera additional documentation, and if he is still alleging fraud, then to be able to go through the proper procedure to review that and see what the client says. But at the same time, get this towards a resolution.
Right. Mr. Rivera, do you happen to have the information on the police report or available that you can send that over to the attorney?
Señor Rivera, ¿usted tiene la información del reporte policíaca disponible que puede usted mandarle al abogado?
No, la verdad no. Eso fue hace como 3 años y el anterior fue hace como 5 años. He estado peleando eso cada rato, porque me mandaban cartas. De hecho, hablé con la compañía Sleeping King, algo así se llama. Quise arreglarlo. Dijeron que no, que yo lo había sacado. Dije, no, yo no fui, yo no soy.
Permítame. No reality, because it was like 3 years ago, and then the one before that was like 5 years ago, and I had made contact with the company. I believe it was Sleep King, and I told them that it was not me. and they kept telling me that no, that it was me that I owed it.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to start, I don't want to continue kicking this can down the field because nobody seems to be picking it up and running with it. Obviously, there's an issue here. If I take him as true and correct. Mr. Rivera, I need you to see if you can get a copy of those police reports. You're going to have to give them to Ms. Hale so that she can look into it. And I'm going to give them a deadline of May the 4th to look into them. Otherwise, you know, we're going to have to figure this case out and how it can get resolved for you once and for all.
Señor Rivera, voy a necesitar que usted obtenga esos reportes y se los mande a la abogada Geo para tratar de resolver este caso y ya para terminar con el caso.
Ok, perfecto.
Okay, perfect.
I'm going to reset this case for May the 4th
Va a tener una nueva fecha para el 4 de mayo,
at 9:30.
9:30 de la mañana.
Do you have something to write with?
¿Con qué escribir?
Ellos no tienen ningún list donde yo firmé, ellos no tienen ni mi ID, no tienen nada mío. No sé ellos de dónde están sacando esta información.
They don't have anything stating where I signed or they don't have my ID. I don't know where they got this information.
Algo que quieran, o sea, donde yo supuestamente firmé o algo que hice, pero no sé de dónde estén sacando eso.
Something saying supposedly that I signed, but I don't know where they have it.
Well, at some point, if it can't get resolved, the court's going to set it up for trial, and then the court will be the trier of fact to determine whether they have sufficient evidence. I don't know if they're going to go that far. I think if you just provide them with a report, police report, given the fact that that's a sworn affidavit, I think that they may look at that and make a determination one way or the other. But I still need you to give them that information as quickly as possible.
Si no se puede resolver este caso, entonces más probable vamos a tener que ponerlo ante un jurado para que se presente este caso ante un jurado. No creo que lleguemos a ese punto, pero necesito que se resuelva este caso y necesito que usted le consiga esos reportes y se los mande.
Okay.
All right, the number that you need to respond to. Mr. Kettler, can you give him that number, please?
Yes, sir.
Apunte el número.
I'm sorry?
No, I was telling him to write down the number.
Oh, yeah, please write down the number, Mr.
Apunte este número.
262 796 7890.
Okay, 262 7967 890.
796, sí.
A ver, 262 796 7890.
Perfecto.
All right. Mr. Rivera, I'm going to change you and put you in a breakout room with one of my coordinators so that you can give her your email and phone number.
Señor Rivera, ahorita le voy a mandar una invitación para que entre a otra sala y hable con uno de mis coordinadores para que obtenga información.
Ok, perfecto.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any.
Let's see, where did I put him? Did he log off? He logged off? Okay, let's see if he comes back because he logged off. Okay, Mr. Chapa, who do you have?
New Judge, I have number 51 of the court's docket.
CR 185768, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Francisco Rosa.
Just filed an answer on this case. So I'm assuming that the attorney on there is not the point of contact, but that Megan Hell is the new point of contact for this case. It's Roush and Sturm.
Yes, that's correct.
But I would just ask for a brief reset, get maybe a status conference. I'm sure this is something we can work out.
Let me go ahead and give you May the 4th at 9:30 in the morning.
Judge, I have nothing further, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
We call. Sorry. That was number 51. All right, Natividad Cantu, we already called that one, correct?
No.
¿Cómo?
Oh, okay. Ms. Cantu,
Sí,
okay. Su nombre, por favor.
Natividad Ibarra de Cantú.
Mira. No, está bueno. Ándale, hijo.
28.
All right, CR 204560H, Portfolio Recovery Associates LLC versus Natividad Ibarra. Mrs. Cantu Ibarra or Ibarra Cantu, do you have an attorney?
Miss Ibarra Cantú, Cantú Ibarra, ¿tiene usted un abogado?
No,
No.
Have you had an opportunity to review about this case with any representative from Portfolio Recovery Associates?
¿Ha tenido usted la oportunidad de hablar de este caso con alguien, un representante de Synchrony Bank?
ah, la última vez que hablé con ellos les dije que me hablaran en una fecha, ¿verdad? Para hacer arreglos, pero no me llamaron y ya no supe.
The last time I had contact with them, that I had spoken to somebody, I gave them a date for them to call me, but they did not call me back, and I didn't know anything else after that.
All right. I'm going to give you a number, ma'am, and I need you to contact this attorney, Megan Hale. Do you have something to write with?
¿Tiene algo que escribir, ma'am?
Sí,
Yes. Necesito que apunte este número que le vamos a dar ahorita. Es para la abogada Megan Hale.
oh, ok.
262
262
796
796
7890.
7890.
Ok,
All right. I'm going to give you a reset for May the 5th at 9:30.
5.
The 5th or the 4th?
I'm sorry, May the 4th. May the 4th.
Lo van a una nueva fecha para el 4 de mayo a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Ok,
All right. And I'm going to, at this time, I'm going to put you in a breakout room so that you can exchange information about your email, phone number with one of my coordinators. Okay, so please accept the invitation.
Ahorita le voy a mandar una invitación ahí en su pantalla. Acepte esa invitación para que hable con uno de mis coordinadores para obtener su información.
está bien.
That's fine.
All right, thank you so much. Accept the invitation.
Acepta la invitación.
All right, here in person, I have number 15, Cache LLC versus Edgar Garcia, CL 185888H. Edgar Garcia. Do you want to escort him to the back or let him know?
Mr. Garcia.
All right, Mr. Garcia, good afternoon.
Mr. Garcia.
Can you hear me, sir?
Oh, sí, perdón. Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. Mr. Garcia, are you represented by an attorney?
¿Lo representa un abogado?
No.
No.
Mr. Garcia, have you spoken with any representative from Cash LLC?
¿Has hablado con un representante de Cash LLC?
No me acuerdo.
No, not that I recall.
The court's going to go ahead and take your appearance here today as a general appearance. I'm not going to take out a default judgment against you. I am going to, however, reset your case for May the 4th at 9:30.
4 de mayo. A las 9:30 de la mañana.
My staff is going to give you a little piece of paper with a phone number to an attorney by the name of Megan Hale. I'm going to ask that you reach out to her.
Voy a pedir que le llames.
And in just a minute, I'm going to ask that you go into the office and give your phone number, your email address, so that we can have that information and give you notice the next future hearings, but I need you to be present either online or in person on May the 5th at 9:30.
May the 4th,
May the 4th at 9:30.
el 4 de mayo a las 9 de la mañana. Eso no vamos a regresar.
Ahorita me va a dar la información.
All right, next we're going to call Jesus Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez, can you hear me?
¿Me escuchas?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, your true and correct name, Jesus Hernandez?
Su nombre correcto verdadero, Jesús Hernández.
Jesús Hernández.
Jesús Hernández.
All right, Mr. Hernandez, do you have an attorney?
¿Tiene un abogado, señor Hernández?
No.
No.
Have you spoken with any representative from Portfolio Recovery Associates about this case?
¿Has hablado con un representante de Portfolio Recovery?
No.
¿Tocante este caso?
No.
No.
No sé ni de qué es.
I don't even know what it is.
All right, I'm going to give you a phone number,
Le voy a dar un número de teléfono. Ahorita se lo
and my staff will give that to you here shortly. It's for an attorney by the name of Megan Hale.
tengo que hablar con la abogada Megan Hale.
I'm going to ask that you reach out to her,
Voy a pedir que
speak
usted-
with her about this so that y'all can come to an understanding at least of what they're claiming is the debt.
O para que le expliquen de qué se trata esto.
Ah, bueno.
It looks like this might be a Lowe's credit card that is
Una
owed,
tarjeta de crédito de Lowe's.
and the amount that is owed is approximately $3,359.
Y la cantidad que están pidiendo que se debiera $3,359. Ok.
I'm going to give you some time to reach out to them to discuss this case.
Que visite con ellos, que los llame tocante este caso.
I'm going to reset your case for May the 4th at 9:30.
El 4 de mayo a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Ok.
Ok.
All right, do you have any questions?
¿Una pregunta?
No. No.
No.
Come by the office so that we can get your personal information, like your phone number and an email, so that we can continue to correspond with you. Next is Jesus Hinojosa. All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Hinojosa.
Buenas tardes, señor Hinojosa.
Sí, buenas tardes.
Yes, good afternoon.
Is your true and correct name Jesus Hinojosa?
¿Es su nombre correcto y verdadero? Jesús Hinojosa.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hinojosa, you are here on a case. Let me ask you, are you represented by counsel?
Le pregunto, ¿lo representa algún abogado? ¿Usted? No.
Have you spoken with any representative about this debt that is owed to Credit One Bank?
¿Cómo dice?
¿Habla usted con un representante tocante esta duda que se debe?
No.
No.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing that I've been doing to the other cases, Mr. Hinojosa. I'm going to go ahead and reset your case for till May the 4th
Para el 4 de mayo,
at 9:30.
9:30 de la mañana.
And my staff is going to give you some information on an attorney who is representing the creditor in this case.
Tocante el abogado que está representando esta compañía. Que
And
demanda de usted.
the reset date that I'm going to give you to come back is on May the 4th,
Y vamos a regresar el 4 de mayo a las 9:30.
9:30. All right. The attorney's name is Megan Hale,
La abogada se llama Megan Hale. Usted le da la información.
and your job is to communicate with her to see if you can reach an agreement with respect to whatever debt may exist or come to some understanding about what the debt really is.
O un entendimiento de qué es esta deuda. Muy bien. That's fine.
All right. Please come by and visit with my staff so that we can get your personal information and
Ahora con estar aquí con-
go from there. Otherwise, I'll see you on May the 4th.
ir empleo si vas a para obtener tu información. Y si no, pues nos vemos el 4 de mayo. Okay.
All right, it looks like that takes care of everybody that's online as well as everybody that's in person. Mr. Kettler, as I've done in the past, I can go ahead and allow you to, I'll read out the names and then you can proffer all the information and then I'll just take them as a lump.
Judge, can you just announce under 57 as a non-suit?
57 non-suit. Okay, give me 1 second.
So we'll get
Yes, 57 has been non-suited. That's CL 183651H. Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Cecilia Villarreal. That case has been non-suited. All right, so let's start off. We'll start off with the names and the cause numbers. CL 203770H. Michelle Aguilera. CL 210951H. Idalia Aguirre. CL 201143H. Samantha Almanza. CL 196608H. Ana Benavides, CL 186876H, Myra Blanco, CL 183530H, Deborah Caballero, CL 184614H, Max Cano, CL 210196H, Veronica Cantu, CL 184080H, Marcela Castillo, CL 0161H, Marlene Castillo, CL 210766H, Claudia Cepeda, CL 181982H, Diana De Leon, CL 187090H, Ricardo Esparza, CL 201348H, Elva Garcia, CL 183964H, Margot Garcia, CL 185836H, Erica Gomez, CL 196417H, Idania Gonzalez, CL 183965H, Carlos Guerrero, CL 200748H, Sergio Gutierrez, CL 202342H, Aisa Hernandez, CL 196169H, Leticia Hernandez, CL 192537H, Humberto Herrera, CL 195992H, Gracie Ibarra, CL 196697H, Tanya Lara, CL 201242H, Jaime Leal or Jimmy Leal, CL 174905H, Gerardo Lopez, CL 183780H, Paulino Marquez, CL 195628H, Amalia Martinez, CL 210738H, Maria Mendoza, CL 187239H, Jose M. Olivares, CL 183192H, Rene Olivares, CL 196462H, San Juanita Palomares, CL 184637H, Valerie J. Pena, CL 1661H, Zanitha Perez, CL 186806H, Ramon Quintanilla, CL 204662H, Pablo Ramirez, CL 196675H, Luz Ramones, CL 195956H, Esteban Renteria, CL 1704, CL 1744048, Linda Robinson, CL 200802H, Denise Rodriguez, CL 184236H, George Rodriguez and Eduardo Inejis, CL 182782H, Juan Rodriguez, CL 203957H, Anacari Romero, CL 190726H, Mario Sanchez, CL 204684H, Sandra Sandoval, CL 183025H, Eric M. Sosa, CL 210653H, Guadalupe Torres, CL 203235H, Adriana Tovar, CL 190047H, Clarissa Zamora. All these defendants have totally made default, have not filed an answer. Their names were called out here at the courtroom doors. There being no response, I'll allow you, Mr. Kettner, to introduce all evidence as a whole.
Yes, Your Honor. Before proceeding, though, I'd just like to briefly address number 47 on your docket, Linda Robinson.
All right, 47. Give me 1 second. All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, on this case, I believe Honor about 224 this year, a motion for continuance had been filed, and I'm just respectfully urging the request to be granted.
Sure, let me go ahead and give it 5/4/22. That's May the 4th, 2022 at 9:30 for a reset date. As to all other matters, Mr. Kettler?
Yes, Judge. For all the above cases, these are suits arising from debt claims, and accordingly, plaintiffs are bringing their motions for default judgment. After a period of non-payment, the accounts had been subsequently charged off and either pursued by their original creditors or assigned to third-party debt buyers. Accordingly, we respectfully request you take judicial notice of all documents in the court's files and request judgment for relief sought in all of the above cases.
The court will take judicial notice of all documents in the court's file. The court's going to go ahead and grant default judgment in all the cases that were read into the record where the defendants were properly served but made complete default. That request for all cases is hereby granted. All right, Mr. Kettler, anything else?
Nothing further today, Judge. May be excused.
You're excused. Thank you.